Okay, section 2. Hello and thank you for asking me to your teacher's meeting to talk about the National Museum and to tell you a bit about what you can do with your student there. Well, let me give you some basic information first. In regard to opening hours, we're open every day of week from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. except on Mondays when we close at 1:30 p.m. And in fact, the only day in the year when we close on the 25th of December, you can book the guided tour for your school group anytime that we are open. If you bring a school group to a museum, when you arrive, we ask you to remain with your group in the car park. One or more of the tour guides will welcome you there and brief you about what the tour will be about. We do this there because our entrance is quite small and we really haven't got much room for briefing groups in the exhibition area. As far as the amount of time you will need girls, if you bring a school group, you should plan on allowing a minimum of 90 minutes for the visits. This allows 50 minutes to get on and off coach, 45 minutes for the guided tour, and 30 minutes for after tour activities. If you're going to have lunch at the museum, you will, of course, have you allow more time. There are two cafes in the museum with seating for 80 people. If you want to eat there, you will need to reserve something seatings as they can get quite crowded at lunch. Then outside the museum at the back there are tables and students can bring their own lunch and eat there in the open air. When the students come into the museum foyer, we ask them to check in their backpacks with their books, lunchbox, etc. at the cloakroom before they enter the museum proper. I'm afraid in the past we have had a few things gone missing after school visits, so this is a strict rule. Also, some of the exhibits are fragile and we don't want them to be accidentally knocked. But we do provide school students with handouts with questions and quiz on them. There's so much that students can learn in the museum and it's fun for them to have something to do. Of course, they will need to bring something to write with for this. We do allow students to take photographs. For students who are doing projects, it's useful to make some kinds of visual record of what they see that they can add to their reports. And finally, they should not bring anything to eat into the museum or drinks of any kind. There are also a few things the students can do after tour. In the theater on the ground floor, there are continuous screening of short documentaries about dinosaurs which they can see at any time. We used to have an activity from with more interactive things like making models of dinosaurs and drawing and painting pictures, even hunting for dinosaurs' eggs. But unfortunately, the room was damaged in a bad storm recently when water came in the roof, so that closed at the moment. But we do have an IT center where students have access to the CD rooms with a range of dinosaur games. These games are a lot of fun, but they also teach the students about life of dinosaurs, how they found food, protect their habitat, survive threats, that kinds of thing. And I think that I have had to tell you. Please feel free to ask me questions if you would like to know anything else.